Hello and welcome back to Scatterbrook Farm Garden Designs. Hope you're all well. All been decorating and collecting all those train tracks. Heyday been very generous giving away these train tracks on the wheel. Oh, right. Okay, now this video, I've had quite a few new subscribers. Now obviously you'll have watched some of the videos that I've done. And some of the designs that I've done that you can put onto your farms in your town and beach and what have you. And I just want to take you for a tour with each feature around my farm, just to show you what I've done, because I've completed my farm now. I don't really have to do a lot to it. Probably give it about 6 months and then I shall change it around a bit more. But I want to take you to each feature and show you what I've done and why I've done it, so that you get the best effect out of your features. And at the end of this video, for those of you that are on Red Knight Stream Ricky, I mentioned that I was going to do a shipwreck on my beach. And I've done one. Using wood panels and everything, and it's turned out really nice. Obviously using the ship's cannon on the end of the boat and the ship's wheel all sort of falling apart at the other end of the boat, and it looks really nice. So I'll show you guys that at the towards the end of the video. So what we'll do, we'll just go through my farm for those of you that are new to my channel, and I'll talk you through some of it for you. If my dog makes a little noise, she sat in the window, so if she sees a cat or a fox, she'll be barking, but fingers crossed it'll all be nice and quiet. Okay then, so we start with the bee design. Now the bee design, there are several designs that I've done for bees, but I thought that this bee design really catches your eye when you look at it with the vibrant yellows and the whites and the two machines either side, and the bee fence in between breaks it up. And rather than just have that bee design in the middle, if you enhance it with some height at the back with the trees, that brings that feature right forward to you. You know, it's like it's falling towards you. It really stands out. And that's purely because of the height of the trees at the back. And then obviously you've got the wall around the front. So you've got the perimeter fence all the way around. And then you've got a little bit of height against the wall. That just finishes it off at the front. I've used two golden trees there just as a nice effect, sort of going down into the honey tree. So that's the bee design. And like I say, you don't have to have the trees at the back, but I just think that it just finishes it off with those trees around the back and a couple of large trees at the front. And then we move on. I always like water, quite a bit of water on the farm, hence the reasons the name Scatterbrook. Yeah. And I came up with the idea, I thought, wouldn't it be nice if we could join up a river to the main river itself? So I came up with the idea, the same as the bridge on the town, going to the sanctuary. A little bit of cover on the end here. And if you get it right, using the water pieces on the edge and the large ponds, if you get it right, you can actually make it look as though it's coming from the main estuary all the way down to wherever you want it. And I've got it to come right in front of the farmhouse there with a river bank. Obviously the water pieces at the back now make the river bank, makes it really prominent. And then I've added a cycle path at the back there, just with the fence along the front there, so they can go cycling up into the woodland area there. And I've tucked the squirrels up into the trees as well. So that's quite a nice effect there with the yellow and the greens there along the bank, with the olive trees planted as well. So that's quite a nice effect there in front of the farmhouse. The farmhouse itself, not a lot going on, just a little path around it. I've put a tree there just by the parcel. Leave the parcel there, it's a little bit of deco. Always looks nice outside the house. A little bench in the back, just by the river. And then obviously from the main river, from the estuary down the river, and then this water then trickles down under the bridge and then down into my boating lake. Now the boating lake again is used combination of the large ponds that you get in the sanctuary and edged off with water pieces just to give it that fine edge and the edge of the lake. I've also added an island in the middle there with a pink trumpet tree just to give it a little bit of character right in the middle of the boating lake. And obviously you've got the boat there derelict, full up with water, just perched there in between the flowers. At the end of there we've got the coffee shop tucked just behind the trees there, with a little seated area. You can go and sit down and have a cup of coffee in the little garden there. And then we got this top part with the water just to the right of the mine, coming from out of the cliff. So it's coming from a crack in the cliff side there, and it's coming down through the trees, again back under the bridge, past the tea shop, and then by the cake tent there, and back into the main lake. So remember, when you're doing the bridge design and the water, you've got to put a tree this side so that it covers the water that's going under the bridge. Otherwise it won't look as though it's going under the bridge. But I covered that in my videos on how to do the bridge design. A little statue there, just peering over the edge of the bridge. And then the creamery. Not a lot going on there with the creamery. A few boards and a bench and some coffee bushes out the front. A little piece of deco there on the side. Smelters all in a row with the logs out the front. They're all ready to go. And then you come down here with the chickens and the goats, alternating them all the way up through with the olive trees and the coffee bushes at the back. It's quite nice. What's going on with this cough? And then we move to the horses area and the donkeys. A little patio area there out the front. I'm actually missing a piece there. I'm going to put that in because that'll drive me mad knowing that that's missing. There we are. Yeah, so there's the stables, a nice gap in between each stable, so the horses and the donkeys and that can walk up between each stable. A little horse jump area with a water jump. That's quite nice. You've got a little seated area and a place there where you tie the horses up. It's not a very big area, but it's effective and it does look nice. Then we move on to the other animals, the dogs, the guinea pig, and the puppies and the rabbits. They got their own little area. Made a little gangway through, which I put a post so it stops them going through into the horses, and vice versa. The horses can't come into that area. So even though you can still see there's a gap through, they won't go. They won't go through into each other. Got the blue tractor there, nestled there in the corner. That's quite nice. And then I wanted this back. I really like that on my old farm. Really nice. I was gutted when I took it all down, and I thought, no, I took the vinery away and put that back in. That's really nice. So got the pumpkins around the outside just to give it a little bit of little bit of colour around the outside, and obviously when Halloween comes, you've got the pumpkins glowing, and it's really, really nice. And then we got this area here, which I've left some of the grapes in. They're growing around the spa area, a little bit of pink either side of the spa. And then I've got 2 pieces of deco either side, a little bit of height to those, so it just keeps it all balanced. And then you come down smaller at the front, and you've got the daffodils and the short bush around the outside to the entrance. So that's quite a nice little area there. A couple of orange trees planted in between. And then I've been clearing all this land here. Now I eventually cleared it all, and as you can see, I've started to lay the railway line. I explained in my my last video about how the railway line works. Now, as you can see, just under the tree there's a barrier. You can see it, you see. So it's got to go one more piece into those trees, and then it will just be all single track. The same again when the track makes its way down to the bridge. You've got a little bit of cover there, so that when that last piece of track goes in there, you don't see the barrier. So it's all one continuous track. Same this side again, a little bit of cover there, just where that tree is there, and you won't be able to see the barrier. And then it goes all the way down and stops at the buffer at the end there. I've got the little car there waiting for the passengers. I've used the barn there, put the trees to cover the front and the sides there, just to make it look a little bit like a station. You've got a seated area and a platform there for the people to get on the train and get off the train. So obviously the train would come down here, stop at the end, pick up the passengers, and then back under the bridge, under the tunnel, and away they go. Just this side here, we've got a just a planted area with 50 crops. There's a lot of the tasks are plant 50 or harvest 50 of something. So I've kept that to exactly 50. That's quite nice along the side of the railway line. And then we've got this little feature here, which is quite nice. You know, the golds, purple and the yellows and the greens and that. Really, really nice on this corner. And then I've got a little pond in the corner with a little bit of purple there, just to enhance it with the red on the left. And then you just stop the path there up towards the conifer. So it's just a nice little walkway around just up by the pond. And then the bridge itself, you've got to get it right that when the trees go over the end, obviously you can't see the end of the bridge, and then you have that effect that there's steps coming down from this area, and you walk up, you go up the steps onto the bridge, over the walkway, down the steps the other side, and then on round or down. You can just see it. There's a path there going behind the station. So when you're designing, it's always nice to just add a little bit of colour in between greenery. If you've got an area that's all green, it looks too much, and it just looks swamped with green, and it just doesn't look very nice at all. So just as you can see, I've just dotted a few coloured trees in between the green, which really, really sets it off. And you've got another trumpet tree there, just peering through from the edge of the station, just over the edge. Just gives it that lovely effect. It's just creeping through. And you can use whatever trees you want, whatever colours. You've got reds, you've got golds, browns, purples. Whatever tree, you know, takes your fancy. So that's that side of the farm. So as you can see, it's all nicely laid out in squares and rectangles as they all join up. Obviously there's no room in between, because I use every single piece of land that I've got to get the most out of what I've got. But as you can see, it's almost as true to real life as I can get it. You know, I like my designs to be as true to real life as if you were there walking around. So that's that side. Now, not a lot going on this side, as obviously I've got to remove all this. This is the new area as well, which I should be working my way down to this, and then I can put that by my train station. The machines at the moment, I've just put them around the outside with some olive trees and conifers just around the outside of those machines, and then obviously the animals. Again, those dreaded pens, there's not a lot you can do with them, so I've just put them on their own there in a square area with some blackberry bushes and I was going to say tomatoes for a minute, apples, and edged out there with some yellow roses. So that's quite a nice area, it looks built up, and that's that. So yeah, when you're doing your decorating, always add a little bit of colour in between things. Concentrate on height and getting the height differences in the right places. I usually have height at the back and then come small at the front, but obviously with the river you can't have small at the front because you need the cover over the ponds to join them up. So yeah, so that's the Scatterbrook farm, main farm. As you can see, it's all been finished and it's all in order right the way through to the train station and the track. So I just got to wait for that dreaded track now, getting it on the wheel. Okay, so now we are getting very close to the shipwreck. Okay, so this is my town. Now I've taken a couple of trees off the town because I was a little bit short, but you probably won't notice where they're missing, but I know where they've gone. So yeah, I've got a little moped there parked on the bridge. Got the hot air balloon, its little area there. There's some trees missing there at the back of the child's play area, but yeah, got the water coming down from the top, coming down again from the woods, trickling its way all the way down under the bridge and back out under the cliffside, and then back down into the river there. The sanctuary, again, like I used with the main river, using that cover to give the effect that there's a bridge going over. So you can imagine there's a bridge going over, then you come through the main gates and into the sanctuary. Someone hasn't fed their animals, dear me. And then you come into the sanctuary, you make your way around, lovely, all the way through. And then I've got the gorilla design. As you can see, just on this corner, there's a little tree missing. You see, it matches the other side, but I've got to put that one in. So what I've done there is I've put the gorilla design right to the back. Look at him, lot in there. What are you doing behind there? Hey? Oh, I set my dog off. I'm talking to the giraffe, Molly. He's got behind my gorilla house. He's hiding, look at him, he's looking at me. I can see you. Yes, you can peer over the top. Come on, out. What's he doing behind there, look? Might be having a wee or something, look. Anyway, yeah, the gorilla house. Got that little walkway that goes up into the woodland area there, so the gorillas can go, and that's where their house would be there, in the middle there. And then I've just done a few features, coloured flower beds. A lovely little design there with plenty of colour, with some roses and cacti and some star flowers, some sago palms, and just got a mixture of flowers all in there just to give it that lovely array of colour, and keeping the colour balanced with the purples. As you can see, as you look at that as a whole now, all the purples all blend together and make that one beautiful feature. So that giraffe, I'm going to whistle him because he's doing my head in. What's he doing up there, look? He shouldn't be over there. Hey? There's his baby, look, he's coming down. This is all set then for my new design for the Tundra. That'll be in another video. That will be my new project, the tundra area and this little area here. So so that is the town and the sanctuary, and now the moment we have all been waiting for, the Scatterbrook Farm shipwreck design. Now, just before I show you, you're probably thinking, come on, hurry up. It's taken a long time, because obviously you've got to get the wood to obviously make the sides of the boat and the decking at the bottom of the boat, because obviously it's all shipwrecked. So you need the bottom of the boat and the sides of the boat, and you know, you've got to make it look as though it is a shipwreck. So here we go. There is the shipwreck. Okay, so you're probably looking at that and thinking, well, what do you mean shipwreck? You've got to sort of look into it. Now, obviously, we've got a cannon at the end there, which obviously went on the boat. But as you look into it closely, look at the decking, the floor of the ship through the trees. You can see just at the back there, see all the bottom of the ship. More wood there going on. Now I've used a bench there, you see, to make it look a little bit more wood at the back, but you put the trees over to cover, so you can't actually see it's a bench. It just looks part of the, you know, a bit of wood of the boat. And then obviously you've got the sides of the boat there. Some of the sides are still there. A few bits of wood just down here. You've got some barrels there that was on the boat. And then you've got the ship's wheel, obviously there. Everything else is fallen away, and it's just left there with the ship's wheel at the end of the ship there. So as you can see now, as we zoom out, you can clearly see now that it's in a sort a shipwreck. It's the best that you can do, really. I mean, you know, there isn't a lot of stuff in the game that you can use to make it look as though, you know, it's the size of the boat. But again, it is what it is. It's a shipwreck. So there's wood in there, the cannon's in there, the ship's wheels there, bits of wood here and there, and some barrels, and the cannon obviously was on this end of the ship. And I've just enhanced it with some trees and around, because obviously I've used the toilets, so I've tried to cover as much as I can with the brown wood, just peeking through the trees. But as you zoom out, you can see then it starts to look like, you know, it's a wreck in there. But that's about the best that I can do. I wanted to do it. I wanted to try it because I thought, well, you know, I like designing with the wooden pieces and everything. And it's like I said, when you zoom in, you can actually see the bottom of the boat. You know, there's go beyond those outhouses and up through the middle, and you can see the wooden floor that was. And then you've got the sand coming up through as well, where some of the wood's rotted away. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think in the comments. I mean, I you know, if you think it's not very good, you know, put in the comments. You know, I'm all for, you know, whatever you need to say about about my designs, you know, because I'm not going to be perfect on everyone, but I thought I'd just give it a go. And look at all them people behind that. They're all, look, because I sent them away because they kept getting in the way. When I was designing it, like, they kept walking in and getting in the middle of the boat. They're all waving, like he's chucking his spanner. Look at them all. I'll be glad when that train turns up and they all clear off. Look at them. Anyway, so there it is. There's a shipwreck design. I was going to incorporate the anchor as well, but I thought, no, I'll leave it like that. Put the pearl at this side. But you know, I've kept the beach side of it, where everybody sits on the beach. I've kept that separate. You know, and then you obviously got the Shipwreck, this side on its own. But I think it looks quite nice. Really is. It's different. It's an idea that nobody's come up with. But again, like I said, you could look at it and say, well, that doesn't look a shipwreck. Until I explain everything, you know. And some of you might say, wow, that really does look like a shipwreck. You know, it's imagination. It's what you make of it. So there it is. Good luck if you want to try and copy this, because it took me ages and ages to move things here, move things there to get it exactly right. But yeah, you've got all the wood going on in there. You can see from the wooden ship. Yeah, let me know what you think. So there it is. There's the shipwreck design, and we've had a little look around Scatterbrook Farm, main farm. So I hope you liked the last video with a bit of music back in and that, like where we were doing the train bridge design and the station. It's always nice to include a little bit of music now and again, rather than have me waffling on. But so there it is. So that's another video by Scatterbrook Farm. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to share with all your friends. And like I said, if there's any design that you want to see me do, if you're stuck with anything, or you want to see, you know, any design that you want me to do or design, let me know in the comments. And like I said, don't forget, pass on the videos to all your friends. Make sure they subscribe, hit the like button, put your comments down below, let me know what you think. And that's about it until the next video. Like I said, I have a lot of videos because I've been busy clearing all this land and looking in the daily dirt for all these deeds and mallets and stakes. You know what it's like. So that's it. So until the next video, stay safe, take care everybody, and we will see you very shortly. Cheerio.